What's up, the world? It's your friendly neighborhood Slipgator here, and today we're going to be talking about Chivalry, kind of answering the question of whether you should buy it or not, or what my opinion on that question is. I've been playing it for a couple of days now, and some of the things that I've noticed straight away, the graphics are pretty impressive. It is a beautiful looking game. You can see right here some of the shadow work and the blood and stuff like that. The amount of detail on the weapons and shields and stuff is really great. You can even see, like, if you look closely, the facial expressions of your enemy. Yeah, so I think that those are some of the, or that is one of the positives of the game straight away. Really beautiful. It's really fun to play. It's pretty action-packed. I find myself getting a little bit frustrated from time to time. So some of the things that I think were detriments to the game is straight away when I got it and I logged in, I didn't have any multiplayer server list. So kind of my first impression right away is that the game felt kind of like a beta. It kind of felt disappointing to have paid for the game and downloaded it and then straight away have to go to a forum and figure out how to fix the game that had a beta and is now in production. It didn't take very much to do. It had a couple of settings and download a file, and I was able to get that stuff working. So then I got online and started playing. Some of the multiplayer maps and the different objective-based games are, I think, kind of where Chivalry really shines. When you're playing with friends, you're able to use, your push-to-talk and in-game talk, communicate to achieve a goal, whether it be whatever, moving a trebuchet or taking a certain part of a map over and stuff like that. I think that those parts of this game are really interesting. The tough part about Chivalry is that the game, regardless of what objective-based play you have, is really based on the hand-to-hand combat. So there's a couple of different kinds of classes, and really what it breaks down to is kind of different reaches and defensive abilities. So the different classes have different armor levels. Some have shields, some do not. You have different types of weapons that do different damage, use different amounts of stamina, and have different reach values. I think that's one of the things that could be focused on as an improvement for Chivalry. Straight away when you're in the character creation screen and you're choosing your weapons, you're met with values like 43% or damage 66%. And then once you're in the game, you really kind of lose that statistical feel. There's no numbers. You have little red bars, little yellow bars, and you kind of are guessing as to how much damage you're doing and stuff like that. So I think one of the biggest improvements that you could see from this game would be some better HUD information, like how much damage do you do when you hit someone, how much damage can you take, things like when you do a block, how long that block lasts. That sort of feedback would be really great. When you're in a hand-to-hand combat situation in this game, it just kind of feels like you're swinging and blocking and hoping that stuff happens the correct way without a lot of visual feedback to actually tell you, okay, I hit him for this much, this is how much more I need to do damage-wise in order to kill this opponent, to kill this enemy. Most multiplayer games, or a lot of multiplayer games, are kind of based around those statistics so that when you're playing the game you can really be mindful of how successful you are in a battle. I find that the game takes a lot of getting used to as far as to what's a hit and what is not a hit, where the hit boxes are and where your attack box is. It is a bit confusing, and from time to time things like clipping into walls, being next to a wall or a stairway can kind of make it so that you're not able to block, you're not able to swing, and just some kind of strange things happen from time to time. I'm not sure if that's something that can be improved or is just the nature of the game, but yeah, all in all, I think that the game could use some strategic. Let me just say, I think that basically the biggest thing that you could change that could really make a difference and improve the gameplay would be more information in the HUD, some more statistics for advanced players to kind of wrap their heads around. And yeah, other than that, I guess it comes down to the question of, is it worth $25? And it's really up to you. I think that if you're in a situation where you're going to be playing with friends a lot, and you like objective-based gameplays, and you're a fan of medieval-type games, you really can have a lot of fun with it. If you're a first-person shooter fan and you're really into being the best of the best, you like KD ratios and those sorts of things, I think that you're going to find yourself being really frustrated with it. I would come at Chivalry with the mindset that it's a game to have fun with and not necessarily be the best in the world at. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I'd like to see those HUD changes, and yeah, other than that, I don't know, it's a pretty decent game. Check it out. If you can figure out a way to play it without having to pay for it, that might be a great way to give it a try. And I actually think to the game developers, I would also say you guys should make some more easily accessible trials. I think this game does have a weekend trial that's a pay trial. I'd really offer it up as a free trial for 2 days. But yeah, that's all I have to say about the game Chivalry. I hope that you enjoyed hanging out for today, and have a great rest of your day.